Muslim right corner Murik is laying accusation and blaming the Christian Association of Nigeria (CAN) in the wake of United States President Donald Trump's decision to place Nigeria back on the list of countries with particular concern and threatens to carry out military action should the killing of Christians continue in Nigeria.
He is facing an existential threat in Nigeria. Thousands and thousands of Christians are being killed. Radical Islamists are responsible for this mass slaughter. I am hereby making Nigeria a country of particular concern. That's a legal definition. When the Christians or any such group is slaughtered, like is happening in Nigeria, 3,100 versus 4,476 worldwide. What horrible numbers. Something has to be done. The United States cannot stand by while such atrocities are happening in Nigeria and numerous other countries. We stand ready, willing, and able to save our great Christian population around the world. This is not going to happen.
About a month before Trump's declaration, CAN President Archbishop Daniel Okoh issued a statement on October 2025 lamenting that many Christian communities, particularly in the north and central states like Plateau and Benue, continue to suffer severe attacks, loss of life, and destruction of property by armed groups such as Boko Haram, ISWAP, and Fulani herders. Throughout the years, the association has persistently urged the Nigerian government and security agencies to adopt decisive, transparent, and just measures to put an end to the horrific killings and safeguard vulnerable communities. Regrettably, these urgent cries for help has been largely dismissed by the Nigerian government. The killings continued to grow, and Nigerian Christians cry for help.
We are tired to be outside performing burial every day. And they expect us to silence. Now, it's an order. Nigerian government came out openly and denied there is no massacre, there is no genocide of Christians in Nigeria. And look at it today. Is there any Muslim here? United Nations, I know you're watching me. American Senate. You are watching what I'm doing, I'm saying here. Special advisor to Trump. Now, please tell Trump to save our life in Nigeria. They are killing Christians in Nigeria. Massacre Christians. If they say they kill Muslims, Muslims are being killed. By who? By Muslims.
Eventually catching international attention, with prominent US political figures like President Donald Trump and Senator Ted Cruz spotlighting what they describe as a Christian genocide. In response to this alarming situation, Trump designated Nigeria as a country of particular concern and threatened military intervention along with the cessation of aid if the Nigerian government failed to act immediately to halt the violence. This calls for an urgent reevaluation of priorities and responsibilities on the part of the Nigerian authorities to protect their citizens. Instead of welcoming the idea of helping them combat the killings in the north, Murik, as well as the Supreme Court for Sharia in Nigeria (SCSN), are claiming CAN has betrayed not only them but also President Bola Ahmed Tinubu over what the Islamic rights group describe as the president's generous consideration for Christians in federal appointments.
What's good, guys? It's T-Code here for African Glitz.
Professor Ishaq Akintola, the founder and executive director of MURIC, bitterly criticized what his organization believes was the role of certain Christian leaders in petitioning US authorities about religious killings in the country. Less than 24 hours after Trump made the announcement, Akintola spoke out and said, "Despite vehement denial of Christian genocide by the Nigerian government, US President Donald Trump yesterday redesignated Nigeria as a country of particular concern." He further argued that the CPC redesignation is unwarranted and is a complete misrepresentation of the true picture on ground in Nigeria. The group further accused unnamed Christian leaders of creating Nigeria's negative image abroad by sending frivolous petitions to US officials. They further blamed the Christian Association of Nigeria for implying the killings as false claims instead of refuting them. It will be recalled that certain Christian leaders had written frivolous petitions to the US Congress, claiming that Christians were the only one being killed by terrorists in Nigeria. Instead of debunking this false and misleading narrative, the Christian Association of Nigeria (CAN) simply amplified it. Murik expressed profound disappointment over CAN's stance, stating the national body was expected to know better. The head of the group lamented that CAN's alleged actions are particularly disappointing given the goodwill President Tinubu has shown to the Christian community through key appointments and other benefits. CAN's action is a stab in the back in view of President Tinubu's preference of Christians in appointments, favors and privileges over and above his Muslim brethren. They backed this with figures and said, "The president himself confirmed that 62% of all appointments went to Christians. The First Lady Senator Remi Tinubu was even more generous to them than Father Christmas. In spite of all that was done for Nigerian Christians by this administration, they still deem it fit to take Nigeria to the enabler of Gaza genocide." Calling it a serious act of disloyalty, Murik condemned those behind the petitions. "President Tinubu does not deserve this. It is the mother of all betrayals, and we denounce those behind the report in the strongest terms." Taking no blame at all, the organization concluded that while the US may be pursuing its own foreign policy interests, the ultimate blame for the negative designation lies with Nigerians who supplied what they termed misleading narratives to American authorities. Murik is not the only one accusing and laying blame for betrayal on CAN. The Supreme Court of Sharia in Nigeria, SCSN, Kaduna State Chapter, have also come out to condemn the United States government's recent decision to classify Nigeria as a country of great concern over alleged persecution of Christians, describing the move as biased and misleading. In a statement released in Kaduna, the Council's Secretary, Engineer Hassan Abdul Rahman, criticized the administration of former US President Donald Trump for what he called a one-sided narrative that fails to reflect Nigeria's complex security realities. "The Council is not happy with this development on allegations regarding Christian genocide in Nigeria," Abdul Rahman said. "The Trump administration should have sought a balanced perspective on the situation before jumping to conclusions." He claimed Nigeria's insecurity is driven by a complex web of ethnic, political, and economic challenges, not a targeted campaign against Christians. "By statistics, it's clear that Muslims are mostly the victims in various instances," he said. Attributing these tensions solely to religious motivations oversimplifies the reality on the ground and undermines efforts towards national unity and peace. Abdurrahman further accused Western powers of selective empathy, alleging that global outrage tends to rise only when Christians are affected, while violence against Muslims receives far less attention. "Whenever Muslims are killed, it doesn't concern the West or the US," he said. "They always highlight issues affecting Christians while remaining silent on violence against Muslims. This bias breeds distrust and alienation among Muslim communities everywhere." The SCSN also faulted the Christian Association of Nigeria (CAN) for allegedly spreading misinformation that it said fuels religious division in the country. To CAN, who initiated these lies, they should know that when Nigeria sinks, may Allah forbid, it's all of us that will bear the brunt. Abdul Rahman warned, "Christians, Muslims, not even pagans will be spared." He urged Nigerians to reject what he described as foreign attempts to deepen sectarian divides and instead focus on unity and dialogue. "Let us not allow foreign lies to divide us. Through understanding, dialogue and cooperation, Nigeria can overcome its challenges and build a peaceful future for all," he said. "We advocate for unity among Nigeria's diverse religious groups as a means to combat the violence plaguing the nation. We must solve our differences without inviting bloodthirsty imperialists to destroy the only nation we have." The council called for the federal government to respond more decisively to the US designation, arguing that diplomatic statements alone would not suffice. "Our position is clear. We strongly condemn this decision by the US," Abdurrahman declared. "The government must do more than issue statements through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Stern action must be taken, even if it means cutting diplomatic ties, to show the gravity of the situation." As of the time this video was made, the Christian Association of Nigeria has yet to respond. Will they also cast blame, or will they welcome Trump and the US Department of War, for we are preparing for possible action against what he called the terrorist thugs attacking our cherished Christians? We guess time will tell. Tell us, what are your thoughts about this new development? Is Murik right in blaming Khan for Trump's intervention? Why are they not holding President Tinubu accountable for doing less to protect the lives of Nigerians?
Let's head to the comment section to share our opinion. If you enjoyed this video, please like and share with your loved ones. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you can be notified when we drop a new video. Thanks for watching. It's Tikud here, and I'll see you again soon.